Hi everyone, it's me, Katie Smith, your Teen Services Librarian at Wood Library, here today with another Teen Scene Highlight. This week we have a very special guest. So typically during the school year, part of my job is going to the school and working closely with our middle and high school librarians. They're both amazing in case you don't have a student in that school yet, or if you don't have any school students in the district. Seriously, they're just top notch. So since I'm not able to go to the school and visit them, so typically what that relationship may look like is with Mrs. Dyroff, the middle school librarian, I'll go in and I will work with, I'm just going to talk about like each one. So today's special guest comes to us virtually from Canandaigua Academy. With Mr. Bateman, our high school librarian, I usually go in on Tuesdays and meet with the CA Reading Society where we talk about books, pop culture stuff, play games. It's a really awesome group. Obviously it hasn't been going. I haven't been going to the school, but we wanted to bring him virtually so everyone could see just how awesome he is and some of the new books that Canandaigua Academy has available for their students. So, Mr. Bateman, take it away. Hi everyone, it's me, Katie Smith, your Teen Services Librarian at Wood Library. Today's Teen Scene Highlights is going to be just a little different. So typically, we're at Wood Library talking about books, but today we're going to take a virtual field trip. Woohoo! Man, I really wish I had like Miss Frizzle hair and like a lizard right now. I'm just kidding, I would freak out if there was a lizard on me, but anyways, let's move on. So today our field trip brings us to Canandaigua Academy where we are meeting one of the top-notch librarians. Back up. So we're going to be taking a couple field trips the next couple weeks and to visit our top-notch librarians at our middle school and high school. I want to do this because you may not have students in that school, you may have had your student graduate, or you may not know anything about the schools, or you may not have had kids in the school when they were both there. Or you may not know who they are. I don't know. Hopefully you can make something happen with this. So we're going to go visit both middle school and the high school, but this week we're going to Canandaigua Academy where we are meeting Mr. Bateman. Mr. Bateman is awesome. Both of our school librarians are seriously like astounding. I cannot believe how lucky I am to work with them. So what does a partnership with the Canandaigua Academy look like for Wood Library? So I usually go in on Tuesdays and I visit with the Canandaigua the CA Reading Society, which is a club that talks about books, pop culture stuff. We play games. It's really a lot of fun. I also work with some of the other teachers in the school, but with Mr. Bateman, we talk books. I bring posters. It's awesome. So without further ado, let us virtually travel to Canandaigua Academy and see what books Mr. Bateman has to show us. So, Mr. Bateman, take it away.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Bateman in the library, and today I want to take a few minutes to tell you about some of the awesome books we have in the new book section at CA Library. Let's jump right in. Our first book is by the award-winning author of Monday's Not Coming and Let Me Hear a Rhyme, Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. It's another riveting, ripped from the headlines mystery that exposes horrific secrets hiding behind the limelight and embraces the power of a young woman's voice. When legendary R&B artist Corey Fields spots Enchanted Jones at an audition, her dreams of being a famous singer take flight until Enchanted wakes up with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night. Who killed Corey Fields? Even before there was a dead body, Enchanted's dreams had already turned into a nightmare because behind Corey's charm and star power was a controlling dark side. Now he's dead. The police are at the door and all signs point to Enchanted. Check out Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. Next up is All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. This thrilling debut, reminiscent of classic mysteries by Agatha Christie and new fan favorites like One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, will leave readers guessing until the explosive ending. What do the queen bee, star athlete, valedictorian, Stoner, Loner, and Music Geek all have in common? They were all invited to a scholarship dinner, only to discover it's a trap. Someone has locked them in a room with a bomb, a syringe filled with poison, and a note saying they have an hour to pick someone to kill, or else everyone dies. Amber Prescott is determined to get her classmates and herself out of the room alive. But that might be easier said than done. No one knows how they're all connected or who would want them dead. As they retrace the events over the past year that might have triggered their captor's ultimatum, it becomes clear that everyone is hiding something. And with the clock ticking down, confusion turns into fear. Fear morphs into panic as they race to answer the biggest question: who will they choose to die? Find out in All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Urban. Our next book is Punching the Air, co-written by award-winning author Ibi Zoboi and Yusef Salaam of the Exonerated Five. It's a powerful novel in verse about a boy who is wrongfully sent to prison, perfect for fans of Jason Reynolds, Elizabeth Acevedo, and the great Walter Dean Myers. Amal Shahid has always been an artist and a poet, but even at a diverse art school, he's seen as disruptive and unmotivated by a biased system. Then, one fateful night, an altercation in a gentrifying neighborhood escalates into tragedy. Boys just being boys turns out to be true only when those boys are white. Suddenly, at just 16 years old, Amal's bright future is upended. He's convicted of a crime he didn't commit and sent to prison. Despair and rage almost sink him until he turns to the refuge of his words, his art. This never should have been a story, but can he change it? Writer Ibi Zoboi and prison reform activist Yusef Salaam tell a moving and deeply profound story about how one boy is able to maintain his humanity and fight for the truth in a system designed to strip him of both. Check out Punching the Air by Ibi Zoboi and Yusef Salaam. Here's a book I'm really excited to tell you about. It's by Bill Konigsberg, author of Openly Straight, The Music of What Happens, and some other great books. Mr. Konigsberg stopped by the Academy Library a few years ago during the Rochester Teen Book Festival, talked to our students and teachers about writing, publishing, and life in general. His latest book is called The Bridge. Two teenagers, strangers to each other, have decided to jump from the same bridge at the same time. But what results is far from straightforward in this absorbing and honest novel. Aaron and Tilly don't know each other, but they are both feeling suicidal and arrive at the George Washington Bridge in New York City at the same time, intending to jump. Aaron is a gay misfit, struggling with depression and loneliness. Tilly isn't sure what her problem is, only that she will never be good enough. On the bridge, there are four things that could happen. Aaron jumps and Tilly doesn't. Tilly jumps and Aaron doesn't. They both jump, neither of them jumps. Or maybe all four things happen in this astonishing and insightful novel from our friend Bill Konigsberg. Look for The Bridge in the new book section at CA Library. And finally, it's the third book in the amazing Life is Strange graphic novel series based on the award-winning video game. Volume 3, Strings, is by Emma Vicelli with artwork by Claudia Leonardi. The adventures of Max, Chloe, and Rachel from Life is Strange continue after the mysterious Tristan and his own time-traveling powers turn Max Caulfield's world upside down. She's left with no choice but to tell Chloe and Rachel the truth about who she is, how she came back into their lives. But through the transect, another Chloe, Max's Chloe, remains. How much is Max willing to sacrifice to get back what she's lost? And how far will she go to find her partner in time? Find out in Strings, Volume 3 of the Life is Strange graphic novel collection by Emma Vicelli and Claudia Leonardi. And those are just a few of the new titles you'll find at the Academy Library in the new books section. Make sure to check out the CA Library catalog in BravesLink to explore our complete collection. You can follow us on Twitter at CA Library1, Instagram at CA Library, and check out our blog at calibrary.edublogs.org. Until next time, I'm Mr. Bateman in the library, reminding you to keep on reading.
All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed your virtual field trip to the Canandaigua Academy. As always, if you have any questions for me here with Library, feel free to shoot me an email. Oh, I just realized he's shooting wrong ways. I'll do one more. As always, you can always shoot me an email if you have any questions or comments. You can get in touch with Mr. Bateman himself. He gave you his contact info. He gave you his oh my god. You get in touch with Mr. Bateman himself. And as always, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time I will see you next week for another fun field trip for our Teen Scene Highlights. Have a great week.